guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rita Lamwani. If you're a returning subscriber, I just want to say thank you so much for coming back. And if this is the first time you're seeing my face, you are most definitely welcome. And I would be thrilled if you were to hit that subscribe button so you can be part of the family. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so excited for today's video, you guys, because in today's video, as you can tell by the title, I will be talking about 10 favorite movies of all time. My 10 favorite movies of all time. So these are just my personal favorite movies of all times. If you have seen any of these movies, you feel free to let me know in the comment section down below what you think about them, if you like them, what you didn't like about them. Okay guys, so I'm gonna be starting from 10 to 1. So we're gonna be going down from 10, 9, 8, all the way down to 1. So if you see me looking down, that's because I did write them on my iPad. It was a lot of information just because I want to be able to, not dibble and dabble around, but actually just, go straight to the point and all of that. So I do have a few points jotted down on my iPad. So number 10 would be Arrow. Yes, Arrow, you guys. So Arrow is a movie. I'm just gonna call all of them movies, you guys. I know some of them are shows, some of them are series, guys. I just call all of them movies because that's just what we say back in my country, in Africa, and as a continent, we just say movies, movies, movies. So I'm not gonna go crazy by trying to differ what is and what is not. So I'm just gonna call all of them as movies. I'm just gonna refer to all of them as movies. Please don't come for me. But yes, number 10 is Arrow. So I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a backstory about what the movie Arrow is about. It is basically about a rich billionaire who got shipwrecked for 5 years, and he was on an island for 5 years by himself. Sometimes he wasn't by himself because he met some people on the island, but majorly he was on the island for 5 years. And when he finally came back to the city, he became a vigilante. He had this notebook which his father gave him, and the notebook was full of bad people's names. It was a list of bad people's names. So if he were to kill any of those bad people, he would cross the name off the list. It's a pretty interesting movie, you guys. My favorite character from this movie is Thea, and Thea is actually Oliver is the name of the guy who played the character Arrow, and Thea was his younger sister. I just really liked Thea because she was super sweet, genuine. She was very soft, and then later on she did become a fighter, and I actually thought she actually became a way better fighter than her brother, who was a vigilante. It is a very interesting movie, you guys. I love every single character from this movie, but Thea was just my favorite. I'm not really gonna say I have a favorite scene from this movie because every single scene in that movie was intriguing and it was just phenomenal. The movie was phenomenal. Kudos to every single actor who played in that movie, Arrow. Next movie on my list, number 9, is the movie Ruby. So Ruby is actually a telenovela. It is a Spanish movie. I love Spanish movies, you guys. Let me know if you guys want me to do a separate video as to like my top 10 favorite telenovelas of all time. I would gladly make that video for you guys. But yes, Ruby is my number 9. And Ruby is about a young girl who's very pretty. She was actually the prettiest girl in the neighborhood, but she was from a very poor background, and she had a best friend who was from an absolute rich background, but her best friend had like leg problems and stuff. And long story short, Ruby stole her best friend's boyfriend. Yes, guys, she stole her best friend's boyfriend. And yes, you guys, it was a very intriguing movie. It's so good. I have seen that movie several times. Like, I am somebody who would watch a movie over and over again. Even if I know what happened in the movie already, I would just keep watching that movie because it's good. Yeah, so yes, I do not necessarily have a favorite character from this movie because every single one of those actors, they were really good. They were really good. So I do not have a favorite actor from this particular movie. But yes, I am making this movie a number 9 on my list. Number 8, y'all, is If Loving You Is Wrong. So If Loving You Is Wrong, if I am correct, I think it's a Tyler Perry movie. And we all know like Tyler Perry is a mogul. He's a phenomenal person. He's a phenomenal producer. Like whatever movie he makes, y'all, it's so good. And that actually brings me to the movie Straw. I haven't seen the movie Straw. I am gonna try and see it because like I am somebody who when a movie is like, up and about and everyone's like watching the movie, I do not feel that urge to actually watch that movie in that time, just because like everyone is watching that movie. Let me know in the comment section down below if you're the same type of way. But I'll give you guys an example. When Bird Box came out, yeah, I probably did not see Bird Box until about 2 years after it was released. And you guys know how Bird Box was everywhere. Bird Box was everywhere, literally. But I did not see that movie until about 2 years later. So I'm just that kind of a person. I would watch Straw later on when it's like no one's talking about it anymore. That's just the kind of person I am. So back to my story. If Loving You Is Wrong is a phenomenal movie. I have seen that movie 3 times. If I remember correctly, 3 times, yes. It is about 5 friends who like have, some of them were married. I think about 2 of them were like married. No, 3 of them were married, and then the other 2 were like single mothers, and but they were in relationships, and one of them was sleeping with the other one's boyfriend, with the other one's husband. Oh my god, it was a mess. But that movie is so good, you guys, and it's so funny. Oh my god, that movie is so funny. But yes, that movie is number 8 on my list. I cannot pinpoint a favorite scene from that movie because the movie was so good, but every single scene in that movie really, really was interesting. Like if I really stand up while watching that movie to go do something else, I would come back and take it back. And I don't usually do that with every movie, you guys. If a movie isn't too interesting, I can actually go to the bathroom, come back, and just continue watching from wherever it continues to play. But this particular movie's on this list, you guys, I would literally take it back. Even if I were to fall asleep, I would wake up the next day, try to like backtrack, or where was I before I fell asleep, because these movies are just so good, y'all. So that is my number 8. Number 7 is Nikita. Oh my god, if you have seen Nikita, then you know. If you know, you know. Nikita is such a great movie, you guys. If you love action movies, you would love Nikita. And it's actually about a girl who was, they actually lied to her and said that she killed a cop. So they, tried her and sent her to prison. They were supposed to, actually, they sent her to death row, you guys. And if you know death row, then you know, like, death row. So yeah, she was actually sentenced to death row, but she actually got picked. There's this company, like an operation called Division, and the owner who actually set up Division, he would go, and whenever the government were to like sentence hardened criminals to death rows and like stuff like that, he would go there and fake their death and make the entire public believe that this person is actually dead. Whereas this person has been taken into Division, which is the name of the organization. They are being trained to become like really, really bad assassins. And then this guy who owns Division, his name was Percy, he uses them to do dirty jobs for the same government. So you guys, Nikita was his best associate in the organization. She became the baddest killer, and everybody feared her, and other recruits literally looked up to her, and she was able to escape from this organization. And when she escaped, she was trying to bring down the organization because obviously they stand for bad stuff, like they're not doing good, right? So yes, she was actually the best person to, like stop this organization, because she had been there. She knew every of the moves. She would go in, and I'm not gonna, let me stop talking to you guys, because I feel like if I tell you guys so much about the movies, I might be spoiling the movies for you guys. So I'm gonna try as much as possible not to give so much information about the movies. But yes, number 7 is Nikita. Moving on to number 6. Number 6, City Hunter, you guys. Oh my god, City Hunter is such a great movie. It is actually a Korean movie, so you're gonna have to read, which I don't have a problem with, like reading like translations for a movie. If the movie is good, I would read every single thing. So yes, City Hunter is a movie about 2 best friends who were actually soldiers for the country, but they got betrayed by their country. One of them died, and the other one was trying to basically take revenge on the 5 people that he believed were the reasons why they actually had the problems that they had, which resulted to his best friend dying. Because what actually happened was they sent him and his best friend alongside the military troop to a war, and the government promised them reinforcements, but they never got those reinforcements. So yeah, you guys, that was what happened. City Hunter, I think his real name is Lee Min Ho or something like that. I think his real name is Lee Min Ho, you guys. And he's, oh my god, he's so handsome and he's so cute and he's such a phenomenal actor. He definitely was my favorite in the entire movie, and I love that movie so much. If you enjoy action movie, also this movie would be a really, really good choice for you to watch. Number 5 on my list is Teresa, you guys. Yes, another telenovela, Teresa, Teresa, Teresa. So Teresa is another telenovela, you guys. Super interesting. Oh my god. It's a little bit similar to Ruby, but not so much, because Teresa is actually a girl who's also poor and very pretty. She felt like she deserved all the prettiest things in the world because she was very pretty, obviously. And, she had a very poor family. She came from a very poor background. Her younger sister died after she had some sort of like disease or whatever, and they did not have enough money to get her the right treatment, so her sister died. And Ruby basically still could not let go of money over love, because she had a little boyfriend that she really loved, but then she ended up marrying her professor, you guys. Yes, she seduced her professor. She ended up marrying her professor. And yeah, I'm not gonna talk a little. I'm not gonna talk. I'm trying so hard. Oh my god, I'm trying so hard to not say so much about the movie because I don't want to spoil it for you guys. But yes, definitely check Teresa out. Number 4 on my list is Merlin. Oh my god, like if you haven't seen Merlin, like where do you live? You live in a cave? Like Merlin is such a good movie, you guys. It's a movie like if you love magic, if you are intrigued by magic and what it stands for, Merlin would be such a good movie for you guys to watch. It was basically a movie about a boy who was technically the greatest sorcerer to have ever lived, and he was living in a city called Camelot, and in Camelot the king forbids magic. So you can imagine how somebody who has magic has imagine how that person has to live in a city whereby they could be killed if they were to be found practicing magic. So you guys, like, it was such an interesting movie. He ended up actually being a servant to the prince, so he was literally right there under the nose of the king, a sorcerer right there under the nose of the king, and nobody knew except for another man named Gaius, who was like a physician or whatever, because Merlin's mom entrusted Merlin into Gaius's care. So Gaius was the only person who knew that Merlin had magic. But you guys can imagine how interesting the movie is. And yeah, you guys, that's actually my number 4. My favorite character from the movie would be Guinevere. Guinevere was a servant girl in the palace that the prince ended up falling in love with. And I love her so much because she was super nice. She was humble because she came from a poor background. And she really loved the prince. And, she was just there for him throughout the entire movie. And it was just very sweet to watch. So, yes, Guinevere was my favorite character from the movie Merlin. Number 3, y'all, is Jumang. Oh my god, if you haven't seen Jumang, you need to run. Like, actually, stop this video. Actually, nah, don't stop this video, because if you start Jumang, you're probably not gonna finish it in the next 2 weeks. Like, it's a really, really long movie, you guys. I think it has about 81 episodes in it, but trust me, it is very intriguing. It's a Korean movie, I believe. If you enjoy movies with fighting, swords, arrows, and stuff, Jumong would really be a good movie for you. It's actually about 3 princes who are like competing to be king. I cannot even start explaining what exactly the movie is about, but as soon as you start watching it, just take my word for it. You're gonna come back to this video and say, "Girl, I love this movie," and of course, that's what I want. I want you guys to enjoy any of these movies that you feel like you haven't seen before. Feel free to look them up, watch them, and come back to this video and give me feedback. Number 2 on my list is another Spanish movie, you guys. I don't know if I should consider this one a telenovela, but the title is Sin Senos No Hay Paraíso, which basically means without breast, there is no paradise. This movie is about like drug lords and prostitutes, and it's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. But this movie is so good. This movie literally shows you how people literally abuse their power. Like when people are in powerful positions, they could oppress the poor, they could do whatever they want, and they get away with it. Like, this movie is so, so good. If you have seen it, you would. I don't want to talk too much on the movies anymore, you guys, but just take my word for it and just look up any of these movies and you would see exactly what I'm talking about. My number 1, you guys, drum roll. Legend of the Seeker. Oh my god, Legend of the Seeker is such a good movie. I feel like it's such an old movie because I remember being a little girl when I saw that movie, and Legend of the Seeker is such a good movie, you guys. This movie is so unique to the point where it actually is very similar to the story of Jesus a little bit. kind of similar. If you've seen Legend of Seeker, then I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. But Legend of Seeker for sure is a little bit similar to the story of Jesus, and it's such a good movie, you guys. It involved magic, it involved fighting, like it was just a combination of a lot of different things that you would love. Magic, fighting, love, all of that. And my favorite character from this movie was Kara. So if you know Kara, Kara is a more Seth. So more Seths are girls who were taken away from birth, who are taken away from their family when they're little girls, and they're trained to be like badass assassins, and they're trained to actually torture. Like that is exactly what they're trained for. And they have this little weapons called ajils. Oh my god, and those ajils, they're hot as hell. But they could hold the ajils because they haven't tortured with it their entire life. But if they were to touch a regular person with the ajils, that person would literally have a heart attack and die. So yes, Kara was my favorite character from this movie, and she played her part so well. Even the other actors, like the mother confessor, Kaylin, the Seeker himself, his real name was Richard Cypher in the movie. Like, it's just such a very good movie, you guys. And I'm very sure if you try to watch it, you're not gonna regret it. And you guys, that's the end. So these are my top 10 favorite movies. Like I said again, if you have seen any of these movies, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. And if you haven't and you're looking for some good movies to watch, you can try any of these movies, and I promise you, you're not gonna regret it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.